Sweet guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love to you. And I woke up this morning feeling a backbending practice and also a slow flow. So we'll see what transpires. But I was thinking about even just coming into poses and just holding them for a little bit. And we'll see what arises. So full moon blessings, my friends. So we are in this energy of the full moon, and this is when we are at our fullest. The waters are lifted, the energies are up. And I don't know if you feel like you're very productive today, yesterday, all of that, just bringing it in. So that's kind of what reflects my ideas for class this morning, with this fullness and potency and potential. So welcome yourself to your practice. I'm honored by your presence. And let's start by taking just like a very loose circling of your hands. Just bring your fingertips together and then lay that down in your lap. I'm sitting in Virasana, but you can sit however you like. And then just taking a few moments to just bow your chin, be with your breath. Let's feel the lifting of your heart. And settling into your water center. So that's where we hold water in our bodies, and that's just right below the navel. This is also your moon center. We think of the moon light, and the fullness of the moon is the soma of the moon, the elixir of the moon, the nectar of the moon. This is where we hold that same potency and potential, the fullness of the moon within ourselves. The water center is your center of creativity. And since it's just right above the earth center, the base of your spine, you know, for us to engage and indulge in our creativity, we have to feel grounded, secure, taken care of in some way. And they're very deeply connected, these two places. And the more grounded and connected we are, the more we are creative in our thoughts, in our movements, in our actions. And just before we leave this place, just tuning into the gentle flow of your breath. And notice where you feel your breath moving the most in your body right now. And keeping your hands in the same mudra, I'm just going to bring it up really slowly, and notice how the hands turn. You're going to bring them up to the heart. And it's almost like that, you know, in breath, the way the fingers move from pointing down to pointing up, moving from new moon to full moon. And reestablish your sit, bow your chin, feel your breath. Perhaps move through your hands, over your hands. And feeling the potential of what will be as we move through our practice this morning. And that here you are in your stillness, knowing that we will end this way as well. Whatever happens between now and the end of our practice is this opportunity to tap in, to feel, to be, to breathe, to move, to honor. And then as a way of bringing that in, slowly start to bring your palms together in front of your heart space. And then anchoring your sit bones down, lengthen yourself tall, lift your chin. Exhale as you are. Good, quiet. Inhale fully right to the top. Hold your breath here, fill yourself up with your own potential, and gently exhale. perhaps through your mouth. Inhale fully, right to the top. We're gonna bring in breath of fire here. So that might be very slow, pump up the stomach. As you exhale and inhale, kind of happens automatically. And then release. Take a normal breath in and out. And we'll do that one more time as we inhale to the fullest. You might go slow with your pumping, or it might be faster. Exhale completely. Take a normal breath, just feel in. And then we'll inhale and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin. Pause here. Feel in inner vibrational energy. Now, when people are happy, they sing. Release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, so we're gonna start on your side, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna move this out. Just lying like you're, we're just hanging out. So just lying on your side, comme ça. And then I might turn around, but we'll see. I'm gonna take, so I didn't stop. Let me just move this out. You're gonna stop, quiet. Okay, so let's say whatever side you're lying on, then the opposite hand is going to turn, and you're gonna place this on your side. And so the fingers are gonna point up, the palm is down. I'm gonna start to walk this back and see if I can place the palm flat on my, middle of my back here. So I'm just gonna turn around if you're not sure. So that I'm opening the shoulder, the wrist, and then I'll just kind of walk the hand up my back, see if I can get a little higher. I'm gonna try and almost like you're pigeon-toeing your feet, I'm gonna try and turn the wrist out and the fingers in a little bit. And then I'm just pressing the palm into the ribs. The ribs are gonna press slightly in to the palm. And then I'm opening the shoulder. Okay, so just be here and breathe. Good. And now just start to rock that shoulder forward and back so that we're moving the hand, the wrist a little bit. You can release a little bit of that pressure if you're pressing the palm in. Just rock it back and forth. Good. Okay, and then take it to its maximum again. So you're opening the shoulder, you're pressing the ribs into the hand, the palm is where the fingers are pushing in, whatever you're doing is fine. Flex your feet a little bit. And then kind of see if you can take your tailbone back a little bit. Good. And then release, we're just gonna extend this arm up to the sky and just roll the wrist a little bit, draw your belly in and up. Good, breathe. Nice, and then just play piano with those fingers. Good. Keep reaching up, reach up. Good, okay, and now we'll take the top leg and you're gonna bring it in. You're gonna take the arm inside the knee, catch hold of the baby toe edge of the feet, and start to straighten the leg. And it doesn't need to go perfectly straight, as always. And notice how you start to lean back a little bit. And just start to rock your hips, like so as you take your top hip more towards the floor and then lift it up. Just a little bit of rocking here. Good. And then you're going to try and settle in. Imagine that you're taking, you know, maybe you're moving your belly forward, the hips forward, even finding a little arch, even here, whatever you've got. Breathe. So you're not leaning back as much. You're taking more onto that hip that's on the floor. Good. And then release the leg, but keep it lifted. Take the hand down. Really flex through this foot and extend it up to the sky. And now you're just going to drop this leg in front of you. Yeah, without touching the floor. Now take it straight back. And it might even go back. You know, you might hit the wall if you're there. Take it back as far as it's going to go. You're going to maybe turn your chest towards the floor here. And then take the leg forward again. Just nice and slow and just noticing the rocking. We'll just do that a few times. So letting yourself move with the leg, keeping the leg nice and strong, breathing. Good, let's do one more forward. And the next time the leg comes back, you're gonna take that hand off the floor, bend the knee, catch hold of the foot. And maybe you hold it on the baby toe, or you can take the hand to the big toe. And just start to push that foot into the hand, open that shoulder, draw your belly in. Notice the bottom leg, the foot is flexed maybe, it's engaged. Breathe. And then we're gonna release and bring this knee into your chest like we do. Just take your hand onto the shin, hug the knee in. Good. And then we're gonna take it into tree pose. So we'll extend the bottom leg. A little bit of balance action happening here. Take the foot. You might be able to grab the ankle and bring that foot right up to the inner thigh here. And then find your balance, your stability right through the body. I'm extending all the way out along the floor with that leg on the floor. And take your hand and just rest it on this thigh. Then you can extend the arm you've been lying on. Let your head come down for a moment. Find your balance. Smile. And then this arm that's holding the thigh is going to come up and over, rest on your head. You might interlace the fingers and extend the index fingers. And breathe, feel your extension everywhere. Anchor that bent, the tree pose leg. Anchor the heel into your thigh. Okay. Nice, and then we're just going to release the leg. So both legs are straight. You're gonna roll onto your tummy, and you can use your hands, adjust yourself, roll over, whatever you need to do. Good. And then from here, we're gonna come into a setup for Cobra, but we're not going into Cobra. Just take your hands back. So normally I say underneath the shoulders. Take them back if you can, maybe to the sides of your waist. Spread your fingers, and now just roll the shoulders up and back. And that's gonna lift your chest a little bit. Take the chin in, extend the legs, press into the tops of the feet. Breathe here. If you can lift the shoulders up a little more, then anchor the hands and push the floor in two directions. So the right hand's pushing to the right, left hand to the left. And then at the same time, I'm also pushing back. So the hands are working. Good. And then exhale, release. Come all the way down, rock your hips side to side. Now we're gonna take windshield wiper here. So spread your legs apart, bend at the knees, and just rock the feet side to side. Now I'm gonna add that same lift that we did while I'm rocking. So I'm just gonna press the hands down, take the shoulders back, take the gaze forward, breathe. Good. And then lower down. You can bring the feet together here. Maybe you want to rest your head for a moment. Breathe in and out. And then we're going to take a little child's pose. So hands are going to come back to where we had them. Lift the shoulders, press into the hands, come up onto your knees, and rock yourself back into your child's pose. However you want to do this, legs wide, knees together. Whichever one, just drop in, release. We're going to take 3 nice big breaths here, just as you are, in whatever form your child's pose is in. Maybe breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And as you finish your 3rd one, now take your arms behind you. So the backs of the hands are on the floor, or you can hold onto your feet. And we take 5 breaths here. Quiet. As you finish your 5th breath, take your hands down and just come up. Maybe you sit in Vajrasana on the tops of the feet here, thunderbolt pose. Do a little cat-cow if you're here. If you need to stretch your legs out or sit cross-legged, that's fine. Just gonna do a few seated cat-cows, just nice and easy. Sadie, stop. Good, okay. And then you can bring yourself to lie on your 2nd side. So I'm just gonna turn myself around here. Good. And then just setting up like we're just hanging out on the beach, chatting. Okay, and then once you're here and you kind of feel you're set up a little bit, take your top arm and bring it behind your back again. So we take this wrist stretch. So the palm is flat, fingers pointing up, and you just kind of walk it. See if you can get higher up your back. Maybe you can even hold that shoulder blade, or no, it's fine. And then once you're there, I'm gonna pretend I'm pigeon toeing. So I move the heel of the hand out a little bit, fingers in a little bit. That just gives me more wrist. And then press the palm or the fingers into your body and use the body to press back into it. Open that shoulder as much as you can. Draw your belly in. Good. Take one more breath. Hey, Sadie, you're gonna get kicked out. You need to be silent. And then start to move your shoulder front to back. So a little bit of flossing. And breathing. Good. And then we're going to settle in here again. Just activate what you can. So you're using the body to push in. The hand is active, opening the shoulder. Engage your belly a little bit. Flex your feet. And then we'll extend this arm up to the sky and just roll the wrist. The fingers. Yes. And then we're just going to reach up as high as you can. And just reaching up, you're going to feel something engage, almost grounding you down, like whatever you're pressing into the earth to lift this arm up. Good. Okay, and then we're going to take the leg. So you'll lift the top leg, bring the arm to the inside, grab hold of the baby toe edge of the foot, and start to lift it up. It doesn't need to go anywhere near straight. And once you're in your place here, okay, notice how you kind of lean back. That's the body's way of counterbalancing. And just see, can you rock your, I'm going to say rock your hips. So you just are taking that top hip down and lifting up and breathing, feeling into this action. And then we're going to try and settle with the, the hips aren't going to stack, but that's the idea. Okay, I'm going to draw the shoulder down. I'm breathing. The bottom leg is engaged. It's grounded. Breathe. Good. And then we'll release, but keep the leg lifted. Take your hand down. Now activate this leg so it's nice and strong. I'm pressing up to the sky, and then I'll start to take it forward. Foot is flexed. And then from forward, we're just going to wing it all the way back and all the way front. And just notice, the rocking of the body. Let it be. And be curious. Playful. Bring your breath in. Good. And then we'll bring it forward, and the next time it comes back, you're going to take that hand and bend the knee, catch hold of the foot, whichever side of the foot is better. You can hold the big toe edge, you get the shoulder to open. It's just going to happen. Start to press this foot into the hand. Notice whatever else is coming in. Breathe. Good. And then we're going to move into tree pose. So you can release. Extend the bottom leg, And take your foot down. And then once you're here, you're gonna extend the arm. Welcome back. And you can take that hand and just rest it on the thigh. And this is where we start to find the balance. So, you know, there's some work here. The bottom leg is working. The belly's drawing in. I'm even extending this top arm. And then once you feel settled, you take this arm over top and maybe you interlace the fingers or opposite interlace, extend the index finger. Good. So notice too, if you're dropping back, you know, do your best to, I'm going to say stack the hips, but just to take that top hip up. Anchor the heel into the leg. Good. Nice, and then we're going to release and we're going to come back onto the belly. Yes. And settle yourself here however you need to be. Take the hands back again. So this time I'm going back sides of the waist. So spread the fingers, anchor the legs, tops of the feet, lift your shoulders. You can actually roll them forward and back. Then anchor your hands so much as you press the hands down and even out. You might come up a little bit more, pull your chin in, strengthening the back of the neck, the upper back. Breathe. You want to lift your legs up, go for that. And then see if you can keep the height and take your hands off the floor. And then release. You bring your hands under your head. Drop down and breathe. Good. Take one more breath here. Good. Okay. And then from here, we're going to come up to Sphinx. So that's the forearms on the floor, shoulders above the, or underneath the, no, shoulders above elbows. Spread your fingers, anchor down, extend through your legs. Like, can you get, you might even lift one up at a time so you can get a little longer through your legs. Then anchor the forearms down and away, draw your belly in, and release your head. Once the head releases, draw the shoulders away from the ears more, open your mouth, and then very gently, lovingly start to turn your chin side to side. Just really let the head go. Anchor from the shoulders to the elbows so the head and the neck can be free. Engage the belly again if you've lost that. And then just let your head hang, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Belly in, legs extended, tops of the feet working. Breathe. And just keep re-engaging a little bit. Push the forearms down and away, belly in, head dropping, shoulders away from ears. Take one more full breath in and out, and now just anchor the forearms, pull the floor towards your body. Your belly's going to come down, the head will come up. Take the shoulders away, and we'll move into actual Sphinx pose. This is the Sphinx. So anchor down. Now pull your chin in. Rest your gaze wherever they land. Good. Take one more breath. Good. And then lower yourself all the way down. You can bring your head down, separate your legs apart, bend your knees, come back to this windshield wiper side to side. So forehead can be resting on the floor. Nice and easy breath. All right, we're going to turn this into an egg beater. So just rocking, you know what an egg beater is. So just do that with your legs. Just feel how you're rocking from side to side. And then reverse, egg beat in the opposite way. And just be curious. Notice, what's happening here. This little hula dance. Good. And then reverse. Let's go 2 times in each direction. It's really moving your hips here. That's what's happening. Good. And then we'll just rest by this time letting the feet drop away from each other. And just drop in, just breathe here, let the weight of the feet dropping out. Open the low back. So do nothing, but just let this be and breathe. Okay. Take one more breath. Good. And now bring the feet to touch. Press your hands into the floor to lift your head. Take your hands back wherever they were before. Maybe they go sides of the waist or a little bit higher. Spread your fingers. Bring the, like you're a little locust. So the elbows are up, the shoulders are back. Draw your belly in. Start to lift your head and your heart. And they don't need to come up super high. I'm not pushing the hands down. I'm just taking them to wherever they go. As if your little wings, your shoulders are guiding you. So if you take the hands off the floor, you could stay in the exact same place. Good, take one more breath. Good. And then rock up and over. We come back into child's pose just to release the back. So knees together, knees apart. Now move in slow, feel, and just drop in. So you can drop your head down. I have mine lifted just for sound. Be where you need to be. Breathe here. Okay. Okay, well, from here, we're going to come to gate pose. Parigasana is the name of it in Sanskrit. And I'm just going to turn to the side. So this is where we're going to have one leg out and one knee on the floor. So you can put something underneath your knees. Yes. And then I'm just going to keep the right knee down, extend the left leg out. And before we go into full gate pose, let's be here. We're going to lift this leg up into the air. So make your hands strong, draw your belly in, tuck the right toes under, and then lift your left leg up. Flex it, and we're just going to do the same thing. Just going to take it behind you and then bring it forward. You can look at it as it's moving. You don't have to go super fast. Just feel. Yes, and the next time it comes forward, hang out there, flex your foot, and then exhale. Watch it as it comes down. Pigeon toe slightly. Sole of the foot on the floor. Good, and then walk your hands back. Rise up, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, we'll put the right hand down. Left hand's gonna stay lifted. You can just look up at your left hand, reach up so strongly with that left hand. Now turn the palm to face your head and start to reach it up and over. And now I'm anchoring the sole of the foot down and away, opening. The hand on the floor is pressing down. Breathe. Good. And then lift that arm back up. Circle it around. So now it's going to come in front of your face, just like you're drawing the horizon. And then up and back. We're just going to circle it. You might watch it. Breathe. Let's do one more. Just feel how your body is responding to this. Good. And the next time it comes up to the sky, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take the right hand flat if it's lifted. Bring your left foot in a little bit. So wherever it is, just bring it in a bit. Then really anchor it down. Take your right knee up off the floor. Maybe you stretch it out. Maybe you grab hold of the foot. And then release. And let's just come down and rest. That was beautiful, you guys. Amazing. Just feel. So you can sit like this or however you like. Take a moment or two. Feel your potency and your potential. Take one more breath. Release. And then we're going to come gate pose second side. So come up. Left hand down. Right leg out. And right arm up. And then just be here for a moment. We're going to lift the leg. So feel that, when I say you're going to lift it, what engages? And then lift it up. And then start to move it. It goes forward and back. And you just be there, breathe, let it be. Whatever the body's doing, it's doing. Good. And then the next time we take that foot out, we're going to place it down. So stretch it, lower it, and then make it flat, pigeon toe it a little bit. Readjust whatever you need to. Turn the palm, right palm to face your head and sweep it up and over. Then breathe. Sadie, look at me. It should be quiet. Anchor the hand in the floor. Press the foot down and away. And then we'll start to circle this arm. So you lift it up. Oh, I'm going to go forward the other way. And take it forward towards the head first. And then circle it back. But whatever you're doing is fine. Just feeling in. Breathing. Being. Good. Okay. And the next time it comes up, we're going to keep it there. Anchor. Now bring the right foot in a little bit so that you can lift the left knee up and maybe take the leg out. Maybe you grab hold. And you just smile and breathe. And then release. And we come back and we sit. Beautiful. Or if you want to take child's pose, it's fine. Just feel. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Okay. Great. So from here, we're going to come back onto your side. So I'm going to do it without any hands. How about this? So I'm going to the right side. Yes. And then just find your place here again. We're just at a slumber party. And you can press your hand. So let's start with that wrist thing. Take the hand back again. And find that shoulder. You might even roll your shoulder a couple times. And then move the hand to a place where you can push into the body and the body can push back. And then you can even feel maybe your tailbone or your tush move back. Flex your feet. Good, breathe. And then we'll release the arm up into the air. Roll the wrist a couple times. You can even move your whole arm. And when we move the whole arm, we move the whole shoulder. Yes. Okay, anchor. We're going to take this top leg up. You're going to take your arm inside. Feel it. Be here. Notice how you will lean back. And then find your weight. Now the foot on the floor, I'm going to start to walk it back so that that knee is in line with my hip as best as I can. Open that shoulder so it's not coming up to your ear. Take it away. Press the top thigh away. Now extend the arm that you're lying on with your head. Take the head down. Yes. And then we're going to come right back behind us. So you can bend the leg, move that leg, the foot behind you, grab hold of the foot, and then open, press it in, and then move into your tree pose. So wherever it is here, find your tree, anchor yourself right through that, start to extend that bottom leg nice and straight and strong. Yeah, go ahead, take your arms over. You can reach, you can bring them together. Be here, feel the tailbone move back. I want to say tush back, but it's really subtle. It's more the tailbone moving back. Breathe. So you're really anchoring through your legs. And from here, we're going to roll onto the belly. So I'm just going to extend the legs, both legs long, roll onto your tummy, and you can take the arms over the head. So they're straight out, palms are facing each other, pinkies are on the floor. You're welcome to separate your legs apart a little bit. That just gives more room for the back to breathe. Okay, now anchor your baby finger edge of your hands into the floor. And I have my fingers spread as if I'm like, reaching up to the sky. Now the arms are gonna stay straight, but I'm gonna pull them back. And that's gonna lift my chest, my shoulders are gonna come back. So I'm just anchoring, and maybe lift the legs, but I'm gonna turn the heels out. And then I'm going to stay here, see if I can take the arms off the floor without changing anything. Breathe. And look down. Even pull the chin in. And exhale, release. You can bring the hands underneath. Let's put one cheek on the hands. Breathe. Take one more full breath. Breathe out. And then anchor the hands, lift the head. Look down. This time we take the arms behind us, but they're not touching the floor. They're lifted up. Palms are facing the body. Reach back without bending your knees. Keep the legs straight. Lift the shoulders. Lift the arms. Lift your chin in. Breathe. You can lift your legs. See if you can pigeon toe your feet a little bit. Breathe. One more breath. And then release. Hands, switch the position of the palms. Turn the opposite head away, or put the opposite cheek down. And breathe. Good. Okay, so before we do the other side. Good. Okay, so from here, I'm going to anchor my hands. Now you guys are going to have to remember which side you're going to do here. I'm going to take my left arm out to the side, and I'm going to look at it. So the palm is down, and just claw the floor so you can get a little longer. Move the right hand out to the side so it can support you to roll onto your left side if that's the side you're doing. So roll onto your left side. Good. Okay, now anchor your feet. Yeah, let's bend the top leg into tree. Place it on the thigh. And your head can be on the floor. I have mine lifted, and I'm going to turn my gaze up to the sky. Now breathe here, anchor your legs like you did with tree pose. Okay. So I'm keeping my right hand on the floor. I'm just dropping my weight back into that shoulder if you can. Okay, take one more breath. And then release yourself back to the floor. Good. Bring the arm in. Let's take a little cobra interlude. So I'm going to take, let's do tarantula cobra. So take the hands right off your sticky mat and you're on your fingers here with the palms lifted. The elbows are lifted, and you're going to lift your shoulders as high as your elbows, and then you anchor the hands, press back. Come up. My legs are spread, they're not together. Take the shoulders back, take the chin in, take the belly in. Breathe. Extend your legs, and lower yourself all the way down. And then you might rock a little bit. And we're just going to do the opposite side shoulder stretch. So I'm just going to turn around. But you're going to extend the opposite arm out, and then claw the floor, get longer. Yes. Bend your other hand, like it's like doing tarantula. And then roll yourself onto maybe your right side. As I roll, I walk the arm out even more. And then come in, wherever you are, take tree pose. And then breathe, be in your own pose, but if you can look up to the sky, make a little neck stretch, and then I start to drop my tree weight more onto that arm that's extended. It's opening the shoulder here, breathing. Good. And then releasing, come back onto your belly. Let's do a crocodile interlude. Now once you're on your belly, set your legs. You're going to interlace your fingers and they pop behind your head. You lift your elbows up as high as you can. Nice strong legs. And then start to press the head into the hands. Elbows lift. Hands are pressing into the head. This is a great strengthener for the back of the neck, back of the upper back. Breathe. Maybe come up a little bit higher, one more breath, and then release. Let the hands rest. You rest your forehead on your hands or turn your head and breathe. Good. Take one more full breath in. Breathe out. And then you'll just turn and come to lie on your side like we're hanging out on the beach, just chatting. You kind of find your place here, wherever this is. I'm going to start by taking that hand behind and just finding this wrist, shoulder, finger stretch. This is a great thing, guys, you know, if you're watching TV or lying on the beach chatting with your friends. And then pressing the body into the hand into the body, move the shoulder back more, open yourself. Find all these little places to connect. And then we'll floss the shoulder a little bit here. So the wrist is actually getting some stretch too, some movement. Okay. Nice, and then just pause and find the maximum place here for you. Okay. And then we'll extend this arm up and we'll move the wrist around a couple times, and then we'll also just kind of rock this arm into, like, I don't know, funky dancing. So that when you move the arm, the shoulder is getting it too. Good. Yes. All right. And then you can extend this arm up, press up as much as you can, find your balance. And we're going to bring that top leg in again for this like version of like extended happy baby almost, just because it's a similar hold. You start to lift it up. Again, it doesn't need to go straight. Notice how you lean back and just kind of find your upright as much as you can. I'm going to extend the arm and drop the head here. And I'm connecting through the foot on the floor, pressing the extended leg, thigh back, belly in. And then just feel yourself lifting that hip. Good. Now we'll start to take that bottom leg back a little bit. So maybe the knee comes in line with the hip. So everything here is working. My fingers on the extended arm are reaching. Good. Okay, now we're going to take the foot back. So let it bend. Move your hand to wherever you need, and it starts to take the leg back, and the hip will come forward a little more. Press the foot into the hand, anchor your bottom leg, be wherever you need to be, smile into your thigh. You even rock your top hip forward a little bit more, and then extend your bottom leg and move into your tree pose with elegance and grace, right? Start with just finding the support. So as soon as I get here, I'm working hard to find the balance, to lift the hip, to be here. And once you feel balanced, go ahead and take your arm over your head. And they don't have to touch. You can just reach up, like as if you're reaching up. Anchor, extend everywhere. Smile and breathe. Okay. And then we'll release the leg. We're going to come back onto the belly. Just come down. And then I'm going to keep the arms extended. You can open the legs apart. We're just going to do that thing we did again, where you slide the arms back. So the hands are nice and grounded. It's like you're pulling something towards you. And you come up. The belly's in, the legs are working. Pull your chin in a little bit. And then maybe take the arms off the floor, reach up, legs up. Chin in, smiling, of course. And release and rest. And if you want to rock your hips, do that. And let yourself be. Good. Take a full breath in and out. Good. Okay, I'm going to come into a downward dog, which we haven't done yet. So you might move through child's pose first. Then take your hands back, come up. If you want a moment or two in child's pose, take that. I'm going to do that. Good. And then find your DFD, your downward facing dog. And feel your legs, rock your hips. Good. Okay, so we're going to move into side plank, my friends. So let's do that from downward dog, okay? So narrow your dog a little bit. We're gonna come onto, I'm gonna come onto the right hand, so I'm gonna turn the right hand out, drop both feet over to the right, and then just be here for a moment. Stack the left foot on top of the right. So both hands are on the floor. Rock your weight more into the right side and see if you can take the left arm up. And then be here, breathe, smile. Yeah, you can always cross that top foot on top. If that's better. Take one more breath. And then come back down. Find your dog or rest on child's pose. And then we'll do the same on the second side. So come back to dog if you're not there. Narrow it a little bit. Turn your left hand out. And then drop both feet over to the left. Stack the right foot on top. See how that is. Shift the weight more to the left and lift the right arm. Breathe. Shaking is okay. You want to step the top foot in front, you can do that. And then release and drop onto your knees. You either sit or rest in child's pose. Okay. So we're going to take that into tree pose. It's challenging. But you're going to take everything we did before, and there's no secret, but the tip is just to kind of narrow your dog, feel very strong, and just see. And even if you just get that leg up off the floor and you're balancing on one side, that's awesome. So here we go. So we come back to downward dog. Now, if your shoulders are sore, wrists are sore, you can do this on your forearms, right? I'm going to do it on my hands. Good. So just find this. Okay, narrow your doggy. Turn the right hand out a little bit. Drop both feet over to the right. Then stack. Drop the weight more to the right. Maybe the left hand comes to your hip. You find your tree pose, and then you really anchor and lift. The foot on the floor is really working. And you breathe, and you smile, and you're like, wow, maybe yes, maybe no. If it's your first, yes. And then release. I'm going to sit in Vajrasana for a moment and just maybe move the wrists. Just feel that. Be like, wow. Think about how old you are. And maybe you've never tried that before. And you're like, wow, look at me. Right? Did you do that when you were 20? No. Right? Why not? Nobody told us to. Okay. Second side. So again, we take our doggy. Find it. Your strength, your potential. Then you narrow your dog. Turn the left hand out. Drop both feet over to the left and stack your feet. And then you take that, you take more weight to the left, lift the arm, find your tree, and then take your time. That foot on the floor has to be flat and anchored. It's all good. Practicing is practice. Nice, you guys are rock stars. And then release, let's go right to pigeon. Just take that foot forward. You can always pop on your back if you need to. I'm just gonna have that left knee it's my right knee out to the side. Breathe. I always like to kind of start pigeon upright. It sends more weight here. I can walk the back leg back and then drop down. You can let your head go. Take that, what we did before in Sphinx. If your forearm's on the floor, move the shoulders away from the ears. Drop your head, open your mouth. You need to rock your hips side to side. Oh, the bird just hit the window. You heard that. Hope he's okay. Good, take one more breath. And then we're gonna switch sides. And I showed this the other day, a little jump switch. You could just switch. You might go through downward dog. I'm gonna take that back leg, I kind of suck it in. Go a little shorter, lift up. Now I'm on the baby toe edge of the foot. I get buoyant in the hips and shoot it, kaboot it. And then find your way here. These are all just like fun things to kind of remind us of our power and potency and potential. But doesn't matter if you ever jump switch. Nope, it doesn't. Doesn't matter that you are on your mat, moving, breathing, and in your pigeon. Yes. And then coming down on your forearms, resting. Again, you might Anchor the forearms, take the shoulders away, drop your head, open your mouth, and close your eyes and breathe. Good. All right, take one more full breath in, breathe out. And then we'll come up and just take that leg all the way around. Good, let's just give the feet a little rub in Baddha Konasana for a moment. Yeah, so maybe massage the inseam of your legs. And then we're just gonna stretch the legs out in front. And you might sit on something here, you know, if you feel yourself coming back, sit up a little higher. If you wanna bend your knees, that's fine too. I'm gonna take the hands back. My fingers are pointing out. I'm just gonna open my chest, take the shoulders back, anchor the heels, knees might bend, it's all fine. Lift through your belly. Now take your chin back, chest back, open again. We're gonna forward fold. So before we do that, as you exhale, release down into the earth. And then maybe you sweep your arms up, if that's okay for your back. And exhale, extend yourself into forward fold here. The hands are gonna come down wherever you need them. Once you hit your spot, let your head go, your jaw open. You can grab hold of your feet. Great. But again, no rewards or award. There's lots of rewards, no awards. Be where you are. So I see, you know, if you have your feet, here's a fun thing, is I'm kind of holding the toes back, and I'm just gonna like go for a little walk. I press one foot forward and the other, and then it's like a flossing of shoulders and hips. You could do that without even holding on and still get the nice effects. So good. And then just drop in. If you like that, you can keep doing it. But here, I'm just gonna really release. I might even turn my palms up because I can. Let the head go, jaw go. And breathe in your forward fold here. As we get the juices going, everything's flowing. Really allow your head to be so heavy wherever you are in this pose, feeling the back line of your body. And almost using this place of quiet to honor the work you've done. This work. There's no prescription. You have to actually do it. So feel that you've done the work. You're proud of yourself. Way to go, me. Take one more full breath in and out, and then walk yourself back and come upright. So, okay, we are going to move into Shavasana. I feel like we're so warmed up for full wheel, which you don't have to do. If you want to just put your hips on a block for a moment, you can do that. And if you want to play with full wheel, I'm just going to talk you through it. And you can just, you know, you stop wherever you stop. So whichever one, if you want to move into Shavasana, that's fine too. So I'm going to come onto the back. And just wherever you are, you know, even if you're going to put a block under your hips, just hug your knees in and out a few times. You rock from side to side. Good. Okay. And then be where you are. If you're going to come into full wheel with me, then feet are flat. I kind of walk the feet in a little bit. Now I'm going to take the hands up by my ears. Palms flat, fingers pointing towards my shoulders. And I'm going to turn the fingers out, heels of the hands in a little bit. That's going to bring the elbows more upright. And you might just be here and play with a little bit of cat-cow, just feeling how that is for the shoulders. Yeah. Okay. Now if you're going to lift up, you want to anchor the fingers, the hands, the feet, and press your water center, your fire center, in the middle of your back into the earth. Smile, inhale, and as you exhale, you anchor, hands, feet, press down, lift up, and wherever you go, give glory, give glory, give glory. Breathe. And to lower down, I tuck the chin as I come down nice and slow, and rest. And wherever you went or didn't go, give glory, give glory, give glory. And if you're on a block or you want to put a block in under your hips for a few moments, do that. And then moving into your Shavasana. So prop up where you need to, something underneath your head, your feet, an eye pillow. If you want to do legs up the wall too, you know, it's early in the day, so that's a nice energizing, relaxing pose. If you have a lot going on, then that's a nice thing. Or settling in wherever or however you need to. A bolster underneath your, up by your knees, underneath your calves might be very nice. Wherever, however you choose to be, allowing the stillness of this time offered to be in your own inner world with your breath, your body, just feeling and receiving the effects of your practice. And if your back feels a little twingy, then you can bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. You can lift your tailbone, extend the low back a little bit, and when you come back in, see if that helps to kind of shake it out a little bit. Then I'm going to stop talking and we'll rest. Just giving yourself permission to drop in more deeply. If you wish to stay in Shavasana for longer, then give yourself permission to rest. Starting to deepen your breath, make little movements, maybe walking your legs as you push one away from the other, rolling your wrists, your fingers, your ankles, extending your arms over your head. And then moving very carefully, lovingly, joyfully into your fetal position, resting there for a couple breaths. If you're using an eye pillow, you might just hold it as you come over. Turning more onto your belly, you can lay the eye pillow down and make your way up to seated as you're ready. Take your time. Good. And I'm just finding a nice seat. So really take your time, my friends. No rush. Just going to sit and seated for a moment or two. Just holding that full moon mudra we took at the beginning of practice. And just feeling into the effects of your practice, the level of your energy that surrounds you within and without. And breathing into the potency and potential of your embodiment. Oh, I feel a guest over coming in. Nice. Oh, lots of guest overs. Good. Take one more breath as you are. And exhale it. And then as you inhale, just feel that movement from new moon to full moon, from moon center to heart center. And honoring all that is, the things you have the power to change and the things that you don't. And being okay with all of that. Your potency, your potential, and also the potency, potential to accept what is. And with that, see. And with that, we'll inhale nice and tall, lift your chin, and exhale as you are. And we join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om together. Inhale. Bow your chin, take a full breath in, breathe out into your hands, catch your breath, lift your chin, open your eyes. And namaste, my friends. Namaste. Thank you, you guys. I honor you. I honor your practice, your presence. Thank you so much for playing yoga with me. That's really what it is. And thank you, Heart, for joining us at the end. Namaste. Good. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Yay.